I don't think. I don't know though. Hello. How you doing? Am I smiling?
No soliciting.
Oh, gotcha. I'm not selling anything. Do you guys have a lot of door knockers come by? Yeah.
No soliciting. Anyone, if you're here, you need to be wearing a vest, a green or yellow, with a license from the city of Euless. Do you have either of those?
No, if we can, you said a yellow or a green vest? From the city?
From the city.
Is that what they require?
So you need to.
I don't know. I'm sorry if we've been bothering you. I don't know if you guys had a lot of people coming by or something. You want me to? I can get out of your hair if you guys are getting bugged a lot. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But what we were doing is pretty important. Yeah. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
What I'm telling you is important.
Okay.
I've got the information I need. Thank you.
Alrighty.
I think that was just the home screen.
You guys have a good one, okay?
She only had her home screen pulled up.
I know.
That was funny.
I think she was told to say that.
Probably not doing anything. She's like 95.
95-year-old lady just said, do you have a yellow or green vest on or a permit from the city? So now we're gonna get a construction vest. It's right here. There's the vest, yeah. You want one too?
Should we give you a hard hat?
Well, I feel like we should both wear one, right?
Yeah.
Should you get an orange one?
You said yellow or green, so this kind of fits.
Do we need a hard hat or any?
Seeing us coming up to the house right now. Oh, I think she's there. Hey, Miss Earls. I just think we had. Oh, we're not.
No soliciting of any kind.
Yeah. What the reason I had to cross it off for our company, we're not selling.
Yeah.
I had to make sure I got something back to them. I know it's. Have you had a lot of people bugging you?
Nothing.
You what? I just have to make sure I cross back to them. Yeah.
Okay, go.
We had the perm.
Do not come back here again.
Okay. So did they?
Understand?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you do it again?
I don't know.
Should we leave a note at least?
Yeah, probably.
How do you guys keep the same pace whenever somebody hits you with like the no soliciting? Because like whenever I was on the doors, as soon as I got that, I would speed up.
Yeah, when I see a no soliciting, I hit that every time because you know they're probably either gonna say nothing and they're a fire lead and you're gonna close them. That's like a lot of no soliciting, or they come out hot or something like that. I got confused and I'm like, I'm not selling anything actually, but do you guys get like a lot of door knockers or are there people bugging you? And then I just like hit them with that, like, oh, they're just everything or it's this or that. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sure that's super annoying, but what I'm doing is actually really important. And I just like go slow like that.
Grand Prairie police officer. Are you a little scared, man?
Hello, officer.
Hello, Sergeant. Hi, Sergeant.
Or what time? I got it. Ooh, dogs.
Can I help you?
Hey there, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, can I help you?
Yes, my name is Peter. We were supposed to come by and speak with the homeowners, or I assume, are you not here today?
No.
Okay. We had just gotten out of Jennifer's. We had an appointment here. It looked like we had gotten a notice, maybe something had been going on with the bank. It was similar to the one Jennifer had gotten. Were you guys aware maybe something had been going on?
Yeah, we're already working with our VA and our lenders.
Perfect. Yeah, that's part of the exact reason we come by. We just help homeowners understand those options to stop it. Are they taking you through the process of a modification, or what is it they're working on?
I'm not sure what it's called, but yeah, they're just restructuring everything. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. Is that something you guys are like pretty familiar with and have had to do before? Or is this the first time they've stepped in?
It's the first time, but we have our attorney is working on it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, we just help. A lot of the options through the lenders can be good options as long as qualifications are met. So really just depends on kind of what the situation is, but some people end up going with options through the lender, some outside options that might make the most sense. It's really just kind of hard to tell without knowing much about the situation, but it's a lot of just what we help homeowners understand. So let me do this. I'll shoot you a text. That way you've got my number, and we can find a time to see kind of what all the VA is helping you guys through, and maybe see if anything else makes sense. If not, no big deal. We can point you in a different direction. But what's going to be the best number to shoot you a text at?
Actually, I have a whole bunch of people that are texting me right now, so I'm not really interested because, like I said, we already have our attorney working on it, so we're going strictly through them and then letting them handle everything. But thank you so much. Well, we have one on retainer, permanent retainer, so it's a family attorney. So.
Oh, well, that's nice. Have you guys put together like a plan B if you guys weren't able to get approved for the modification, or what would be the next step from there?
Well, we have additional homes, so yeah, we're fine. Thank you so much, though.
Additional homes?
Yes.
You mean like a different place you would go, or what would that have to do with it?
We already filed our stop order through the court system, so we're not worried about that.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, here's what I'll do. I'll leave our number behind. That way, if you got any questions, want to look at any other options throughout the process, feel free. Just give us a holler.
Probably been doing this for a while. So I think all that was actually really good. I was kind of getting to the point of like, okay, well, what are you gonna do if it doesn't get approved? Like basically hinting at when they keep saying they're gonna work with their lender. I'm like, do you guys like, what is your plan? Basically, if we don't get approved, and when she's like, oh, we have other properties, I would have just probably asked like, oh, you mean like you guys just plan to sell this one if you had to, or would you just sell the other one?
I kind of tried to get her to say it, I think was my intention, because I was like, other property, like, what do you mean?
They're gonna think that we're the lawnmower.
What could I have done better on that one?
Probably get them to fucking answer.
So like, is it the way you knock, or is it the way you ring the doorbell? Like, I'm getting so many people that just aren't answering. Like, what do I do better?
Very specific knock method that says come to the door.
Okay.
Ding ding, ding ding, ding ding, ding ding.
Just keep going until they
And then you
answer.
pause for a second, ding ding, and then it summons them. It's
Okay,
Morse
so-
code for get
It's
the
one of
fuck
those
out
things
here.
You just gotta like feel.
Yeah. They have to be able to sense your aura and presence
Through the door.
Yeah, and then like if you do it right, it should be like a magnet type thing, and they just like propel to
You
the
hear
door.
them at the door on the other side.
Yeah. They're like, what is that?
Smells like fried chicken. I wonder if you just delivered some KFC.
Yeah, it's McDonald's. You're ready to say that you're not selling anything.
He looks a lot like Eli.
Let me see.
Like 3 or 4 of my notes the other day.
This dude, I was knocking foreclosures before I ever knew how to knock foreclosures. Like I pulled up a list. I pull up to this house and I knock it, and I was like, dude, it's like I could tell someone was home, but she wasn't answering. And so I left a note. I go across the street because I was like, I just really want to figure out the situation. The guy had a Sooners all over his house. I'm like, I'm gonna talk to the Sooner. Maybe he'll like be able to get me in touch with this owner. I knock on his door, and he was like, I talked about Sooners. He's all excited, and he's like, yeah, dude, like actually, I told him what we do. I want to get a hold of the homeowner, and he's like, yeah, that's crazy. Like, I actually had someone help me with that situation on my house like last year. It's really great what y'all do. Like, he was like praising me for what we do, and I was like, no way. I just knocked on the neighbor's house across the street, and he literally got help stopping his foreclosure a year ago by someone that knocked on his door apparently. And then he kept in touch with me. I went back, and his house was on the foreclosure list a year later, and I talked to him, and I was like,
Yeah, he's not.
Oh yeah, no, we don't need to open it then.
You're all right.
That's hilarious. How long have you had a pet wolf?
8 years, she'll be 8 this month. She broke
miss-
her hip and got hit with foreclosure and I was
Gotcha.
scrambling.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's actually why we live pretty close out here, not too far away, but we help a lot of people really get out of that situation and kind of explain all the options there. But I'm sorry to hear about, you said she broke her hip too?
Yeah, she had surgery, she's rehab, so.
Oh geez. Is she still living in the home?
Yeah, she's still, yeah.
Okay. And she you said it's your mom?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
she's my stepmom, but it was her and my dad. My dad he passed away in 21.
Oh geez, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, 21.
Okay.
And we've been struggling ever since.
I'm so sorry. And you guys have probably been, I mean, how long have you lived in this home?
20 years.
Really? Okay. Gotcha. And so, I'm sure a lot of medical bills and everything piling up.
Oh yeah, plus he didn't have no savings, didn't have no insurance.
Right.
So yeah.
It's just a lot. Yeah. So what has been her plan as far as getting the foreclosure stopped? How do we stop by? I know we get a ton of, unfortunately, I think he's got the list here. There's like 30 other people, and there's just in this little area going through the same thing. So I know it's overwhelming, but obviously it is pretty important. I know it's coming up here, and is it June 3rd?
3rd,
Yep. Okay, I'm Ben, by the way.
Kelly.
Well, Kelly?
I'm cleaning out.
This is Peter.
Nice to meet you.
But yeah, we help dozens of people stop foreclosures every month, and we're really experiencing, like, as far as the whole process works, it's just typically it's the first time people have been through it.
Yeah.
So it's hard to really grasp what do you even do, right?
Yeah.
Especially whenever you got someone that passed away, you know, at health, you're not maybe on the deed, so it's like, who do I communicate with?
Let me ask you something. Okay, it was her and my dad on the deed. He died. Now it's just her on the deed. And if we sell the house, do I have to split that with my brother and sister?
So how it works is, because you said it was your dad was the one that passed away, right?
Yeah.
And you have just one brother and sister?
Yep.
Okay. And they're Ragsdale?
Yes.
Is it? Okay, so they were...
Well, my sister's Campbell.
Okay, but the ones on the mortgage or deed were your dad and his wife?
Barbara, yeah.
Barbara, okay. What was your dad's name again? Your dad's name, what was
David.
it? David, okay, David and Barbara. So they were the only ones on the deed?
Right.
Okay. And when he passed away, I'm assuming he didn't have a will?
No will. No
Okay.
insurance. Nothing.
Gotcha. So it would go, technically your half would be you, or his half would be now you and both of your siblings. But they don't necessarily have to know that, really.
No,
They just...
somebody's already told them.
Oh, really? Did they talk to someone about it, or?
Oh no, they talked to me. I talked to them. I told them, I was upfront with them. And then next thing you know, they called my brother in.
Oh, geez.
Well, I was pissed.
And what is he doing?
Nothing.
Okay. So are you kind of the one handling it all?
Oh yeah, I've been handling it. I've been trying to deal with this for the last 6 months. My dad took care of everything for her.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have to do nothing. The bills, the grocery shopping, nothing.
Right. And then all of a sudden he passed away.
And now I got left with
Right.
just me and her and
The wolves and everything.
the wieners and the wolves.
Yeah. Holy cow. How big is the lot?
It goes all the way back to the barn. There's a barn back there.
Okay.
We got 6 feet behind the barn, the fence line.
6 feet behind the barn. Okay. Is it like an acre? 2?
2 acres, I think.
2 acres? What do you guys have in the barn?
Junk right
Yeah.
cleaning it out.
Okay.
He was oil field and a nuclear guy, and he did explosives a lot.
Oh, well. Shooting stuff back here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Well, I mean, what I'd want to do then to make sure, especially if you're the one handling it, because the worst case, I just don't want the bank to take it on the 3rd, and then now you really have to get it taken out.
Yeah.
I want to make sure, one, you can get something out of it, and really get it solved in time, because it's coming up pretty quick.
Oh, I know. I've had.
I had a client literally last year, the same thing. He bought it in, I think it was 04, 05. And the problem is, a lot of times people have refinanced or done some sort of forbearance that they may have not known about, especially when they're not maybe the homeowner. So I would assume there was probably one refinance in there somewhere.
They said no.
Really? Did they do like a reverse mortgage maybe?
No.
That's crazy.
Got a 4.5 fixed rate, so.
So about 146 left on the note?
Yeah.
And then okay.
They paid 447.
And then do you know how much is behind on the payments? Probably about a year?
Over a year, yeah.
And then...
Because they're saying I haven't made a payment, and I have sent a check to them every month.
Really?
But they change the amount, and if it's not for the exact amount they want...
They'll send it back.
Send it back, yeah.
How much is the monthly payment?
No, they keep the check.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they put it in some kind of...
Oh, but they just don't cash it?
No, they put it in some kind of fund.
Like an escrow account or maybe?
Non-applied fund account.
Interesting. How much is the monthly payment?
Well, it started out when they first bought it was like $1,000. Now it's up to, last time I checked, it was $1,588.
Okay. 15.
And I was writing checks for $1,288 because that's the last time I got a statement that said.
Right. Jeez. Okay, so about $1,500, probably $140-ish, and then maybe more if there's back payments.
Yeah, they said that. No, they said that was the payoff. Was
146 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
So really what we need to make sure, just so you can actually walk away, one, stop the foreclosure so they don't just evict you. That's the worst case scenario. The biggest thing is going to be the timing, just with all the hiccups between heirship stuff and power of attorneys.
Well, see, I've been trying to take care of this for months.
Yeah, and is she kind of just like not able to move around too much, or?
Right now, no. She's having to use a walker, and then when she goes to physical therapy, they work her there.
Yeah. Okay.
And she's very naive. Yeah. My dad said, wouldn't matter. She lived in the cage, and I never knew what he meant by that. Now I know.
As far as getting is she aware of how urgent the foreclosure is?
I think she is when I told her, when I brought boxes and stuff in and started packing.
Okay. Because you were just getting ready.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah.
We have to be out of here by the 3rd.
Okay.
6th, the latest.
So if I can help you guys make sure you don't just walk out and the bank takes it, make sure you get some money in your pocket.
Yeah.
We'll have to go with, we use Independence Title, so they do everything in Dallas here. They're very familiar with these kind of situations. We would likely need a power of attorney, just so you can kind of help your mom.
Yeah.
Which you said, do you have that or no?
I'll have to go get another form. I had it, but it got lost somehow.
Okay. And then I do an affidavit of heirship with you and your siblings. That's just showing your dad's part, right? Getting that cleared up on title. And then we'd want to do a cash purchase with, our team and our company, just showing that we can buy it as is, because that's the problem right now is obviously the house needs a lot of work.
Oh,
I would assume.
It's going to need new flooring.
Yeah.
I know that because I've got all the carpet, well, most of it. There's 2 rooms left.
Uh-huh.
It's got concrete floors right now, but I was going to clean them, stain them.
Yeah. I mean, what we do, though, is it's as is whenever we purchase a property like that, our company. So we'd have to go through the underwriters and make sure that they factor in all the repairs, the junk, because I'm assuming you have people living in the RV.
No, they're just here for me.
Okay.
They help me with this.
Gotcha. So that in order to do it quickly and get it done before the foreclosure, obviously it's the only way to really do it is a cash purchase, just as is. So we usually, it's at like they're just going to factor in the repairs, the cash purchase, all that.
Yeah. I got talked to 2 more people today too. Do you have a card?
Yeah, well, we do actually, because we have like 30 other people we have to stop by. So usually what I'd want to do for you, just given the situation, is make sure we can kind of sit down and look at it and get some process started, because that's going to be the hard part is, like, we're looking at, what is today, the 12th? So just for us to be able to close in time, like before the 3rd, we're looking at, we'd have to close by the 30th. So we're almost 2 weeks away. And title company usually takes 7 to 10 days just to get title work.
No one's ever mentioned that to me.
Right. So that's the hardest part, is a lot of people reach out to us even like the week before, and we don't have enough time to get it stopped and closed before the foreclosure. So what we'd have to do is we can get a purchase agreement, we can show you all the numbers, everything as far as the process would go, and then you would be able to work on the power of attorney on your end. We'd have to start the affidavit of heirship docs and kind of connect us with your siblings, and then from there we'd send it all to title. They would start the process, and then we just make sure, that we're at least in communication getting those documents done.
And I have no way to find another house because I have no way.
Yeah, that's actually part of what we do. So we, are you currently working, or do you?
Well, I kind of do. I do landscaping, but I've only got 1 client left, and that's whenever I can get there.
Gotcha. And is that y'all's trailer, or is that a friend's?
Oh, that's theirs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any family or friends that you'd be able to go to if you had? Okay. Not them either?
No. No.
That's theirs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what we do, based off, if the payoff's 150, I'd have to run, kind of see what it looks like a little bit on the inside, but we'd obviously be able to put some cash in your pocket and make sure.
I know it needs floors. It's got some minor plumbing problems with the septic tank. Well, it's actually 3 large tanks. We just discovered the 3rd one last summer.
Oh, yeah.
And
we're only going to have about 2 weeks to get the property obviously opened up, closed, all that.
Yeah.
And just kind of figure out, obviously, I can get with our underwriters too and see how creative we can get with it.
Okay.
I would just make sure they understand the urgency and obviously, the timing of everything.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's going to be either, the foreclosure or some sort of quick sale, right?
Okay.
So did you get that?
Yeah, I always read their email.
Okay.
I try to multitask.
You're good. I got you down for 10:15. And if you have questions in the meantime too, just shoot me a call.
Okay.
I'm happy to hop on the phone today. I'll be available till like 9.
Okay.
So
All right.
if not, though, I'll just see you tomorrow at 10:15.
Yeah.
You won't be asleep on me?
No. Oh, the dogs won't let me sleep.
Okay. As long as the coda doesn't come eat me, I'll be at the front door. Number? Yeah. Where he's a car salesman and they're getting in and the guy's like, they're starting negotiating.
Hey there, how you doing?
Doing good. What are you?
We're just admiring your hippo out here, I guess. We're supposed to come by and speak with Jesus. Is he here today?
There's no Jesus here.
Oh, maybe I got the name wrong. 740 Rutherford?
Yeah, that's the right address.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know where I got the name Jesus, but are you the king of the castle? Oh, you guys just rent this place?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe Jesus is the landlord or something then, so, okay. Yeah, we had just gotten some notices and stuff. It was pretty important. We had gotten in contact with the homeowner. Do you know if she has a number for him at all, or?
I can ask.
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
Was it about something important? Like, does it have to do?
Yeah, it looked like they had filed a foreclosure notice for the house.
For
So,
this house?
yeah, so we definitely wanted to make sure we get the landlord to stop that, obviously, so you guys don't have to move out or anything, so.
Yeah.
All right, Rebecca's number, it's his wife. Are you ready?
Yeah.
817-888-2675.
Thank you. Sorry to bug you guys.
You're welcome.
Are you good?
Okay.
Have a good one, guys.
Thank you. I'll be
I don't
able
know.
to
It's not family or friends. It's just like a landlord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try and reach out. I don't know. They might be getting contacted, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we'll see.
I can grab your number too, just in case, or you can grab their number just in case we have to
I have to
get.
go.
Got the Amazon package getting delivered. Get some new shoes. Are you the boss? I'm not the Amazon guy. I was like walking up. I was like, not me, but yeah. I was saying, are you the homeowner? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we're real estate consultants. I think we were assigned to come over here. I don't know if with our team. So we live in this area. We just help homeowners that are having some issues with the bank walk through all their options. You said you're Gucci. Yeah, I can report back just to make sure no one comes back. Did you guys get all the options presented to y'all? I'm not going to waste any of your time. I just want to make sure no one from our team comes by. Should have double locked it. Is that the son or the dad?
That wasn't who I talked to.
Really? You really had to put the smiley face on there?
Rocco!
Come here, Rocco.
You can't hear, can you?
Rocco.
No, he's very stubborn. Get in.
Oh,
So
so
close.
close, buddy. I'll go finish that pee, though.
Pee on both sides of it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Go pee on Ben.
Nope.
We can keep him company if you want. Hey, how you doing? We got to meet Rocco out here.
Oh, yeah.
He took 3 separate pisses all on the same little branch. Yeah.
I love this shirt.
Bob Marley. Yeah. You must be Laura?
Yes.
Peter, this is Ben. He's
How's it
tagging
going?
along with me today, just scaring people standing behind me, right? I'm just kidding. But we were stopping by. We had just gotten out of Jennifer's. It looked like she'd gotten a similar notice about some of the things going on with the bank. Were you aware of what all was going on? Okay. It looks like they'd attached an August 5th foreclosure date for the property.
August 5th?
Yeah.
They should have halted it because of the situation.
Oh, okay. Was there something, it sounds like something was going on to make them halt it then? Yeah, what all made them halt it?
So basically, the thing is, I was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh my gosh.
2022, stage 4, and I wasn't working, so I got behind. HOA people came in and they had some missing payments or whatever. And I was like, understandable. So at that point, mortgage company switched. I had Gateway, then they switched to, what is it called, Carrington.
Okay.
So at that point, I'm like, okay, well, everything's cool. I can still pay it every
Right.
month because they referred it. So at that point, we're going to like a forbearance type thing, right, to figure out what's going on.
Right.
Well, this is a VA loan. At that point, they're like, well, she couldn't work. Well, what do you expect? So at that point, they said, okay, well, I was like, well, can't you just do like a waterfall and put it all towards the end? And we'll just start fresh from here. That's where they're at now.
So they're looking at
Like a
They're looking into
modification.
it, yeah, to figure out like, hey, can you start paying it? Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Literally, I can't pay them until they figure out what they're gonna do. They haven't gotten no payments for 4 months now. The money's still in the bank, which
Right.
I'm not understanding why they think, okay,
well, she can't pay it. No, I can, but you kept telling me I can't pay you until it gets resolved.
Wow.
So at that point, the HOA already the information that I was delinquent on those payments to somebody else. So I was like, okay, I had a payment plan with them. Then, like I said, I stopped paying because I have cancer. I have to take care of my health first, right?
100%.
So anyways, long story short, they were like, okay, well, the lady that was initially taking the payments and all that stuff, she was like, oh, well, I don't work there no more. You're referred to this lady over here. So I went and talked to this lady over here.
Changed up
This lady
again.
here never calls back. She calls back during times where I'm not available.
Right.
So she leaves a message. I call her back. She never answers. I leave messages. She doesn't come by. I email her just to have paper trail.
Right.
Doesn't call.
Still nothing.
Nothing.
Is that with the HOA or the mortgage company?
That's the HOA. They never got back to her. But because they never got back to her, she never got back to me. And next thing you know, they didn't get back to the mortgage company. So now here we are in this little pickle right here.
Right.
And I'm like, so I called them and I'm like, so when I started getting the text messages like, hey, I heard your house in the foreclosure. And I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
So I called them actually Friday. I called them Friday.
I think that might have
And
been
I
when we
said,
got the notice as well.
what is going on here? Like, why is my home being this? I was like, you guys keep telling me that, oh, we're working on this and we're working on that, and then, but you're not telling me nothing.
Right.
So what is it that you need from me? So at this point, he said, okay, well, we're gonna do an application, and this should pause the foreclosure for now until we get the information from the Otto and Fletcher people, and then via the HOA. At that point, this is where we're at. Well, are you working? Well, yeah, I ain't got no choice. I'm still going through my treatments. I'm still doing this, but I'm still going through it. So I was like, yeah.
You're strong. That doesn't sound like the easiest thing in the world.
No,
You're looking good. I was going to say, I would have never guessed.
Well,
I'm glad.
my hair started growing back. Like I said, we stopped chemo after we did 4 rounds of the Doxil, which is the red one, and then we did 12 rounds of Taxol, which is the not too strong, but the second down,
Oh my God.
and then a double mastectomy. Then on top of that, I just want to get to the point where I am current on everything.
I'm glad you're well, at least. That's the most important thing. We walk people through a lot of options that just sometimes if plan A doesn't work. Obviously loan mod, if you can improve, if you have the $5,000 a month in income, and as far as those other bills aren't stacking up to where it's not like you're treading water, that might be a great option. I think it's just, when was the option? Is it August?
August 5th.
Okay. I think it's just more if it doesn't get approved or if the payment comes back at like $2,500 and it's kind of just like too steep, that's just worst case situation. And usually that's just people, one, either can't catch up the payment, they don't get approved in modification, they don't want to file bankruptcy because then that's just even worse on the credit, and they kind of do the same thing. It's like a really high payment plan that is a lot of money to attorneys and stuff. It's only May, let's say June, July. They get, it's like, so that's obviously a little more time than most, but unfortunately you're going to get hit up by a million different people on text and phone call.
Me, they've came in, they've texted, they've emailed, they've called. To the point where
you got to do silence. Do you have an iPhone or Android?
I have an iPhone. And it's on D&D.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you do, you can go to settings actually and do silence unknown callers. So if they're not saved in your contacts, it won't even ring.
I don't answer when people knock on my door. I don't answer. You guys are the first ones.
I think
there was a reason why. I don't know.
I mean, I always say that because, I don't know, I think everything happens for a reason. I say the same thing in ours, like in our business, our life. I'm like, God willing, I listened to a sermon like 4 weeks ago probably. I was talking about that, is a lot of people talk about manifesting or like they have all these plans for your life. It's like, I think it's James, I don't know what the chapter is, but it was basically saying, but life is like a vapor. Like you say you want to go do this and do this. Like literally, like the scripture uses like your life is like but a vapor. Like you're here and you're gone in a minute. You can't say you're going to do this if God willing, that's not the plan. Like, so or whatever
for God to laugh at you. You want to tell God a joke? Tell him your plan. And he's gonna be laughing. That's not the way.
I know. Those aren't mine now.
Hit on the head.
No, and I teach my kids too, because like I said, we read devotional every morning, and I say, okay, well, what you read? What did you feel out of it? And don't read me the book. I can read too, but what did you feel? They tell me that.
Keep us posted. Well, nice meeting you. Best of luck with the kids and everything.
Thank you. And I hope God blesses you plenty with a bountiful whatever endeavors you guys do.
I appreciate it. Well, nice meeting you.
So we're sitting at Peter's first deal. Wholesale deal closed, what, 6, 7, 8 months ago? 6?
7, maybe.
Yeah.
First deal.
We were door knocking, left a note on the door, and then what? Got a call back at like 9 p.m. at night, 9:30.
Yeah, it was over at my girlfriend's on Friday night, like 9:30, got a call from a no caller ID. It's like, I should probably pick this up. I was outdoor knocking today. Called me. Nobody was really available to close it. I wasn't comfortable closing at the time. Just ripped it and locked it down.
Probably heard me go through like freaking 30 of these phone calls prior. Walked her through all the options. The girlfriend was like, all right, I'm putting dinner on hold. So
it's crazy. She was crying on the phone, everything. I was like, wow, this is a lot to handle. But brought her a solution. Put money in her pocket, put some money in ours, be of service, and get her out of an obviously complicated situation.
What was the profit on that deal?
I think it was a $21,000 assignment.
Yep.
21, yeah.
21,000. They got it sold in 7 days apparently on the market, and there it is, all fixed up. New homeowner in the house.
Looks pretty good. New roof.
And we
painted
just ran
outside.
into another foreclosure in the same street. So if you're running into deals, maybe talk to the neighbors or just leave some notes on the door.
How does it make you feel that like there's a whole family in there?
Good. I mean, the place was a wreck when we got it under contract, so I mean it looks nice. I see a little 4th of July decorations in the window and stuff. Family keep up with it, take care of it. Good looking house, makes the neighborhood look a lot better too. So
And people say wholesaling's evil.
it's so evil.
And you helped her stop the foreclosure.
Kept her credit clean, put some money in her pocket, got her to a place her and her dogs are comfortable.
That was the magic of my left hand.
The magic of his right hand is way better. No homo, of course.
Well, I think they hopefully have heard it by this point. 2 doorbell rings, 3 knocks,
Have you tried to kick it?
1 note. 2 door, 3 knocks, 2 rings, 1 note, and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 4th day of foreclosure, been brought to me 4 door knocks. 3 sticky notes.
I really hope there's not cameras on.
2 front porch yodels.